Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Green Light Bar. How we feeling? Yes. All right. This is episode 46 of Playlisted. We're going to have a great episode tonight. Hey, we got Ma in the house. Austin's grandma, give it up. Yes. All right, without further ado, let's give it up for your host of Playlisted, the podcast, Austin Burke. Give it up for him.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Green Light Bar. Welcome to Playlisted. Shout out to my grandma. She's in town from Arizona. Always good to have her here. Man, it's going to be a fun night. I'm excited. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, good. Good.
Just good? That's all you have
Just
to say?
good. Yeah.
Nice.
A little tired.
It's fucking boring.
Y'all are waking me up. I got nothing but Diet Coke in this glass. Maybe we can change that.
All right. Well, I know a girl. Actually, shout out to one of our sponsors really quick, Pickers Vodka. If you're, speaking of alcohol, if you're in the mood to drink, we got $5 drinks at the bar. Shout out to Pickers Vodka. A guy named Scott Borchetta bought Pickers Vodka, and we now have a really cool thing. If you make the A-list tonight, if you crush it on the show, you're going to hear this sound. That means we made the A-list, and the A-list, now that we've partnered with Pickers Vodka, means that a few A-list members each month get to go to downtown Big Machine Distillery and perform in front of the Big Machine A&R team. And I know that somebody's going to get a record deal from this show, and I'm very excited about that. So shout out to them. Get your $5 Pickers Vodka shots. Shout out to Picker as well, the Picker app. They're an amazing app. I know you heard a little earlier about them, but if you're looking for a studio, a place to perform, a place to play, they'll get your team together like fantasy football for the record labels and the record recording studios, I should say. So they'll get your guitar player, get your drummer like Cody here. They'll get your whole team.
And you can finally get off OnlyFans, in my case.
Really?
You get off OnlyFans and I'm Picker.
Oh, man. Okay. Is that what you've been doing?
No.
God. People got some weird fetishes
Oh,
on
my
there.
It's just me playing the bongos.
Shout out to Picker. They have a $1,500 recording package giveaway right now, so be sure to follow them, download the app, and yeah. Well, let's get the show started, man. We got a good one tonight. I know a lot of you artists, songwriters in the crowd are trying to get a record deal, trying to get a publishing deal, and so these guys up here, they're guys that have done it, and they're guys that make it happen. And so very honored to have them and very excited. It's a Thanksgiving special. Give it up for John, Owen Bradley, and Joel Crouse. Woo! Gets you fired up. How we doing, boys?
Hello, hello. How are we out there?
All right, let's go. Let's get it going. We got a good show. I'm gonna explain to you guys a little bit about the show. Anybody out there that doesn't know what's going on, you're like, I don't know why I'm here. Me neither. This is Playlisted. I think it's what episode was this?
46.
46. We started in January, and comedy has Kill Tony, and music has Playlisted. Artists are gonna come up. They're gonna sing a song. They're gonna perform, and we're gonna give them our honest feedback. And coming from you guys, it means a lot. I love to have people on the show that know what they're talking about, number one, but also who have been there and done that and can maybe give some advice to these artists that are just trying to figure it out. I think at one point we were all trying to figure it out, and when you have that voice of somebody that can tell you, hey, maybe quit doing this or do that more, it helps. It gives you a little direction. So that's what it's all about. People are trying to make the A-list tonight, and some will, some won't, but they're going to learn something. So anyways, I'm going to introduce you guys a little bit, but let's get the first person up here so we can get started. Cody, hit that drum roll, please. That's the wrong fucking drum roll.
Freaking drum roll.
Jesus. Cody's fired.
Y'all give it up for these guys.
What was that?
Technical error, I guess.
Kinsey Breen. Come on up here, Kinsey. All right. Oh, my God. All right, boys, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourselves and how you got to Nashville, what you do. Fill us in.
You or me?
Don't matter.
I'm from I'm from Holland, Massachusetts. My name's Joel Crouse. It's like 40 minutes, 50 minutes west of Boston and kind of the middle of nowhere. Started playing music when I was about 12, 13. Started playing in bands at 14, 15, and then I moved here like 17, 18. So that was like my whole youth. And so I've been here about 16 years now. And I love being an artist and writing songs and going out on the road and doing all that. And that's my story.
Yeah, Joel's a humble beast. He won't tell you, but I'm going to tell you. He toured with Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran. He's written songs for some of the biggest people you've heard.
Thank you.
And I am John. Hello. We're having some vodka tonight. I'm from Nashville. I am a fourth-generation music business guy, and I work in publishing and management and have worked with artists doing artist development and tour management, and really anything you can think of.
John comes from a legendary family in Nashville.
Just trying to keep it going. And, we're out here to find the next big thing. So we appreciate Austin for having us on.
Absolutely, man. No, it's that's my first thing that I wanted to talk about. I was doing some research on you, and I didn't know this, but you come from what a lot of people call the first family of Music Row. Your grandfather, Owen Bradley,
Legend,
is credited with creating the Nashville sound, the baseball team. No, I'm just kidding. The actual fucking sound that Nashville is known for, your grandfather is credited with creating. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Whoa. He is, yeah. I'm very blessed. Him and his brother Harold built the first studio on Music Row in 1944.
God.
And they opened many more. He produced for Loretta Lynn and Patsy Cline and everyone back in the day.
What was it called?
It was the Quonset Hut, which turned into RCA Studio B.
I should have known that,
that's
actually.
crazy.
I should have known that.
That's crazy. Dude.
Also, the statue of the guy playing the piano next to the naked statue on the Demonbrian Circle.
Thank you for clarifying.
That's his
that.
great-grandfather. Great-grandfather, grandfather. Great-grandfather, yeah.
So the naked statue is of my grandma, who's right there. So, dude,
that's crazy because that's the rest of my family, too.
Holy shit, are we related?
It's actually John's whole family up there.
That's unbelievable.
And then his great-grandfather.
Wow. We call her Ma. She's, God. Wow. All right, well.
Demumbrama.
Give it up for Kinsey Breen singing her
Let's
song,
make sure we got your
Missing
guitar.
the View.
I know I don't got much to say, but I try to change the way I talk and act to get you to pay attention to me. But it's like you don't care. Do you even know I'm there? And I can't find the words, so I put them in a song just to look my way. Say hi or maybe wave or smile once in a while, but you're too busy talking to her to know I'm there. I care, it's true, and you don't even know you're missing the view. I know that you're the perfect guy. Check all the boxes in my mind. You meet all my expectations. And I know that you don't really care, but I just want you to know I'm there. And I can't find the words, so I put them in a song just to look my way. Say hi or maybe wave or smile once in a while, but you're too busy talking to her to know I'm there. I care, it's true, missing the view. All I'm missing is you. You're missing the view.
It's Kinsey Breen. I love it. Tell us a little bit about you and that song.
Well, I'm from California, and I wrote this song in around January. I was in 7th grade, and I really liked this guy, but then he would really just ignore me. So I kind of felt like I did everything I could to get his attention, and then he was still mean. So I wrote a song about it.
As you should.
Yeah, middle school guys suck. We still kind of suck, but...
Yeah. I think we can all admit that in middle school we sucked bad. So how was he mean to you?
Well, he would just like bully everyone, kind of.
So why were you into him
Well, well, in January,
He liked the bad boy.
Bad boy fact.
For a long time.
well, he moved to California from Georgia, so I did not know him at all. But I saw him, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to get to know him. So I'd play basketball with all the boys to try to like talk to him. But then he wouldn't even. I'd be like, hey, what's up? And he'd be like,
He was embarrassed he'd get
and I was
balled
like,
on.
oh.
So you just liked him because he was a country boy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think I
so.
found
Next
my
time you
type.
play hoops, just give him a little elbow.
You've got a little twang. What part of California?
I'm from Orange County.
Okay.
Nice. Very cool. And I see that your inspirations are Taylor Swift, Megan Maroney, Ella Langley. It's crazy because I hear all of them in your music, and that's a good thing. My challenge for you going forward in the next phase of your career is to take all of their influence in your songwriting, but I want you to create your own voice. I think it's so important to have your own voice, and I can hear it in you. It's like, there were parts of the song where I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's special. And so I think as you go throughout, the next phases of high school and even beyond that, just work really hard on finding your voice, because especially as a female artist, the girls that you hear on the radio, they have a very special, unique voice. And your songwriting's 10 out of 10. Your voice is 10 out of 10. And I'm just excited for you to find your sound and like exactly who you are.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. What about you guys?
Completely agree. I think your songwriting was great, and you're so young. Like, you're going to get so much better as time goes. I've worked with some really young, talented people, and I always tell them, go live some life. You'll have more to write about, Yeah. And you've definitely got a lot of potential and a lot of upside. So just keep working on your singing, working on your writing. Find people that are older, that are mentors, that have done it, that you can kind of lean on. I think that always helps.
Yeah, thank you.
I agree everything what these guys said, and it's crazy you're 14 that you're out here playing. I don't think I played my first show until I was like 15, but I had a whole band behind me. I wasn't doing it solo acoustic, and that's even more challenging. And all I can say is you have a great voice. Songs are great. Keep writing about things that are happening in your life, and when you're writing a song, just make sure it moves you, and that you love it. And the only thing, if performance-wise, I would just say, when you're playing your verses, play the guitar a little softer with like a palm mute, and then like when the chorus hits, let it roll and get louder and all that to create that kind of dynamic. But honestly, blew me away. You're incredible. Seriously.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So he touched on this, Joel touched on this, and this is the coolest part that you have about your future, right? As songwriters, we always look back and we're like, man, how did I feel when I was 13? How did I feel when I was, in high school? You try to it's called nostalgia, right? You're living your nostalgia right now. You're writing about what's current in your life. And I think if you can just stay true to that, you're writing about the guy ignoring you. Like, the reason that Taylor Swift has an Eras tour is because she's written about every era she's been in, right? So stay true to that and write what era you're in right now, and then you're never going to have to be like us and try to be nostalgic.
It's great advice, yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm very excited about you, and I think you have a huge future ahead of you. Well, you made the A-list.
Oh!
Congratulations.
Oh, let's go.
Absolutely.
That's what I was trying to.
Is that song out? Is the song out?
Yeah.
Okay,
That
cool.
song's out on everything?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
It's called Missing the View, and I released it November 1st. So
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Screw that
Look at
guy.
you.
Screw that guy.
Yeah, someday he's going to be like, dang.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, that song's about me.
That's hilarious. Well, congratulations. I look forward to hearing. Do you have some more music coming out? Tell us a little bit about that real quick.
yeah, I just released another single called Playing for You, and it's actually basically part 2 of this song. So if you guys want to hear that, it's out on all streaming platforms right now.
Let's go.
And I just finished recording a couple more songs, so there should be a lot on the way soon. So
Nice. Your poor parents.
Do you live
checkbook.
here now?
no, I'm in California.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you for coming all the way out here to Nashville to be on the show. We appreciate it, and I think you might be a star if you want it. If you want to,
Huge future.
That's a huge thing. Just
Don't
keep
give
having fun.
up. Don't ever give up. If you really want it, don't give up. The people that don't give up are the ones that really get there. And it may not be on the timing you want it to be, but if you don't give up, you'll get there.
That's another piece of advice. Nothing ever happens how you expect it to. But good things, like he was saying, if you don't quit, eventually you're going to win.
Thank you.
Well, we're excited for you. Give it up for Kinsey Breen, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about Joel for a second. We have a big Taylor Swift fan. You just came up here. You were on the Red Tour with Taylor Swift. Tell us about that and that experience.
It was crazy. It was back in 2013, and I got the call from I was doing a radio gig in Indiana in February 2013. I got the call from my manager, and at the time I was with Doc McGee, who's a legendary manager, and he calls me. He's like, Joel, he goes, we got 16 dates for you on the Taylor Swift tour. He goes, and the last 2 are in Gillette Stadium, which I'm from Massachusetts, huge Pats fan. So I was just like, are you kidding me? Like freaking out. And I was like, and then 2, I remembered, I was like, man, it's like Ed Sheeran's on that tour. And at this time, Ed hadn't broken in the States yet. And everyone was like, who's Ed? Who's that? And I had been listening to Ed in 2012 on the Lightning 100 station here in town, who was breaking him here. And like, I lucked out being on that tour because it just, obviously Taylor's a legend, incredible songwriter. And then obviously with Ed, everything he did before and then after, like I lucked out being on that tour.
That's insane. So all right, I got to ask about that moment, like, because I think everybody dreams about that moment, like being almost movie-esque, right? Like, where were you? What was that moment like when you got that call?
I was in a Sprinter van outside the venue in Indiana. It was a snowstorm. And I literally, the band was sitting in the van because like it was that weird point between sound check and the show. And I just got the call and I just was like, I didn't know how to react. I was obviously very excited, but like boiling inside. Like it was crazy.
It's unbelievable. I mean, just to have that opportunity. And then did you meet Ed Sheeran on that tour? Is that how like you guys became close? Was it from there?
Yeah, we met on that tour. We went up and saw them play Louisville like about a month before I ended up on the tour because kind of wanted to get a layout of how, obviously it's the biggest tour I had ever been on, but still to this day. So it was like, wanted to get my feet wet a little bit. So we went and saw the show and I met Ed there and I was like, dude, your record's insane. And he was just immediately super nice, and the whole Taylor crew, Ed's crew on that tour was incredibly nice and welcoming, and yeah.
That's insane. That's so cool, man. I love it. Well, let's
Joel's
get
gone on to write a bunch more songs with him and a bunch of great stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk more about this. Why don't you get the next name out? Yeah, absolutely.
Craig Whitaker.
Craig Whitaker, come on up here. All right.
I see him.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty standard.
Actually, I don't know.
All right, so how do you prepare, like, merch-wise for a tour like that?
Yeah, so like I'm on a label, and I'm pretty sure the deal I'd signed back then, I think they get approval of it, but like I had approval, and so they picked their batch. I picked a shirt and stuff. We sold a bunch of T-shirts. I wish we had an EP out because it was like that weird time between, physical sales and digital sales and Spotify wasn't even out yet. So I wish we had like an EP out, but goes how it goes.
God, that's so crazy to think about. It's been that recent that fucking like real EPs don't even exist. Like,
oh, I know.
That's
how old I am. By the way, I'm talking.
Make some noise if you've heard of LimeWire.
John, tell us a little bit more about like your day-to-day and kind of what your job entails a little bit.
Man, I get to work with crazy fools like this guy, although he's one of the easiest to work with. But publishing, management, record label, day in, day out, work with songwriters. First and foremost, the song is going to get you anywhere you want to go. If the song's not good, I mean, it ain't going to work. So it's about the songs. The artistry is another part of it. And every day I get to collect and listen to great songs from many people, get to think, where would this go for an artist, get to send them out and pitch them, and develop artists as well, develop young talent, and every little bit of kind of the music business I feel like I've got a hand in right now. So just trying to find whatever's gonna work, whatever's next.
That's awesome, man. No, it's
John's the best, by the way.
Really? Yeah. Talk about working with John. Like,
he's honestly one of the most. And being here 16 years, and I say that I haven't. So yeah, I'm here. I'm coming up on 16, but I've been doing music professionally for 16 because being from Massachusetts, I started out of New York, and that brought me here. But with that many years in it, different deals, some work out, some don't, blah, blah, blah. Like, John's one of the biggest song champions I've ever met in town. And Jackson Nance was the one who introduced me to him. And Jackson called him because I was trying to do a deal that didn't work out. He goes, "You want me to call John?" I was like, "Yeah." I mean, John called me within 10 minutes. He's like, "Don't sign there. Sign with us." And dude's literally like one of the biggest. Like, he just loves music.
Some people probably don't like me because I've got my own methods of getting things done, but we get shit done. So
what are the? Hold on, I'm gonna ask you later. Let's give it up for Craig Whitaker singing his song "Where We Grew Up."
Come on, Greg.
Neon lights and coffee steam through dusty old windows, packed into a diner booth, kids too young to smoke. We stayed out past our curfew, looking for the devil in the dark, chasing down the sunset at Belle Plaine Park, under skies that taste like salt and pine. I grew up just about an hour south of 195. Drive through that old roundabout past the Broco County line. Take me home to New Jersey, a little sweet, a little rough. There's a heartbeat to this place that makes us tough. It's where we grew up. Palm night weekend, cheap beer sneaking, a tire swing confession, singing I'll be there in a JBJ impression. We had hope in our pockets, we had whiskey on our breath. The ghost of the Atlantic heard the promises we left on the sandy shores of Ocean Drive. I grew up just about an hour south of 195. Drive through that old roundabout past the Broco County line. Take me home to New Jersey, a little sweet, a little rough. There's a heartbeat to this place that makes us tough. It's where we grew up. We wished on every mile marker like candles on a cake. streaming down the highway with freedom on our face. I grew up just about an hour south of 195. Drive through that old roundabout past the Burl County line. Take me home to New Jersey, a little sweet, a little rough. There's a heartbeat to this place that makes us tough. It's where we grew up, where we grew up. It's where we grew up, where we grew up.
Craig Whitaker, everybody.
Hell yeah.
Very cool. So I'm guessing you're from New Jersey? I'm guessing you're from New Jersey?
I am. Can you tell
You-
by my oversized belt buckle that I'm from New Jersey?
Oh, no, just the song. You can take the mic off, too, if you want. No. Yeah. You could take the mic off the... Yeah, there you go. This is the interview part, the podcast part. So,
Sounds good.
Hell
Sounds
yeah, man.
good.
So is that song about your hometown, then?
So that song was probably 30 years in the making. Yeah, I was talking to a manager down here about 2 months ago, and he said, "Hey, man, I listened to your whole catalog, and for somebody who bleeds New Jersey, why have you never sang about it or talked about it? It's not part of your identity at all." And I was like, Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi kind of own that whole thing, and I grew up like in their shadow. And the guy was like, "Are you serious right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm very serious." And he goes, "That was like 50 years ago, man. Number one. Number two, like, you've been there your whole life. You're allowed to talk about where you're from. It's okay." And then remember that scene in Home Alone where Macaulay Culkin comes out of the basement and he goes, "I'm not afraid anymore," right? I kind of had that in my head. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So that's my unapologetic love letter to New Jersey.
Yeah, man. God, what a contrast on this fucking show. Going from 14-year-old to definitely double her age. How old are you?
Triple.
I am more than double her age.
It was a guess. It was just a guess.
I just turned 47 a couple days ago. So.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Very cool, man.
Happy birthday.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
That is triple.
So have you been doing music your whole life, or?
Yeah, 31 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. And would you say you're more of a songwriter, or are you more of an artist? What's kind of your...
I've been doing both my whole life.
Okay. What are you more passionate about right now? Like, if you're like, what's your dream scenario? Is it like playing big shows, or is it writing for artists that perform your songs on big stages?
Yes.
I love that.
If you had to pick one, what would it be?
I can't.
You can't? Okay.
No, I can't. I can't pick. I mean, there is...
And who wouldn't want both?
What's that?
So who wouldn't want both?
Yeah, I
for
mean,
sure,
there's
for sure.
the immediacy of like for me, like, music should be communal, right? Like, I don't want to be this guy up here just like singing at people. So when you're at a show, it could be a small show, it could be a big show, doesn't matter. Like, that feedback you get and where you're sharing emotion with the crowd, like, that's addictive, man. You know, you want to be able to get out to the people, but writing comes from the most pure place possible. So it's hard to pick, it's hard to pick between those.
For sure. Yeah, man, my only thing, I thought the lyrics were dope. I definitely felt, that passion you have for New Jersey. I would say you could maybe go down like a half step or a whole step even. I think you were straining a little bit on some of those higher notes, but that's kind of like, I mean, that's it. Like, it's hard to find that perfect place, but I would just try to find it on that song. I know it's up there. It's a high song. So that's kind of my only advice. But what about y'all? What do you think?
I like the writing. You're a visual writer. You can picture what you're talking about, which is a good thing. I'm sure you've been writing forever, but just keep writing that stuff that really is on your heart and that you feel and is like, okay, other people are going to relate to this, because that's what's going to touch people. And I mean, I don't know about, playing shows in your artist career, but definitely writing stuff and getting it to people like me or whoever. You never know where a song can go. That is one thing I have experienced and seen. You really don't know. So just keep working on that aspect of growing in your songwriting, in my opinion, and seeing where that takes you.
Cool, thank you.
Dude, great job. I loved how visual the lyrics were. So 195's in Jersey?
It is.
That's great. I was like, where is that? The whole time I kept saying, I was like, where is that? Do you live here now?
I do not.
Yeah, man, I'd encourage you to come to town more and play your songs out for people. I mean, there's so many writers' rounds and stuff. And again, whatever your goal is being an artist or a songwriter, but as much as you can get to this town and be around people that are doing it, don't lose your soul and like the originality of you and the things. I think the manager you talked to was right. You should write from a personal perspective because, again, it's all subjective. You know, I like a lot of music that my friends don't like, and they like music that I don't like, but like you should write from a personal experience because it's just all about who relates to it. But the only, advice I would give is just try to come back and forth as much as possible and just get involved in the scene. There's so many writers here and they're supportive, and try to play as many rounds and stuff as you can just to kind of, let your songs live on.
Yeah, I have my wife and I have 3 boys, and the youngest is in 6th grade. So the day he graduates high school, there will be a for sale sign on our front lawn. But I'm a dad first and foremost. So like you're thinking about like an artist versus writer. Like
give it up for that. I respect that. Absolutely.
I didn't touch this guitar for like 10 years when they were growing up. That's all I wanted to do. So I put music on hold for a decade. So this will be my.
That shows who you are, man.
This will be my second and last chance.
Hey, you know what's crazy now is that Suno AI. If you write some stuff and put it in there, it'll churn you out a banger. Like a real.
Well, luckily for me, I have the best studio band, and I think the studio band that I have down here is the absolute best.
Amazing.
I'm very very blessed.
Yeah, and that's what's up, man. I think the more we go with the AI shit, the more people are gonna crave authentic, real sound.
I didn't mean that.
No, we can talk about that in a second. We're going there. Don't worry. But yeah, I mean, man, my biggest thing, like, that's fucking awesome that you're a dad first and foremost. That is the coolest job in the world, no matter what happens in life. Everybody was here for the CMAs last week, and I was at Disney World with my kid, dude. I was like, fuck y'all, I'm having way more fun than any of you, I promise. And it was just such a cool moment. But just I think your time is not, don't worry about time. Like you got all the time in the world, and just I think that moment that you said, you're like the Home Alone quote, that's what we're all searching for. Like we're all looking for that moment where it's like, oh, I can be me. Hell yeah, because that means you found you. Like you know who you are at your age. Like you know what you want to sing about. You know what you care about. And it takes people a long time to figure that out. I think now that you know that, lean in, and you're gonna write some of the best songs that you've, ever been able to write. So
that's the plan. So
absolutely, man. Well, thank you for coming on here. I appreciate it, and we'll have you back soon. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Craig.
Craig Whitaker, everybody. Let's get the next person up here. We'll just keep the show rolling. Southside MAB, come on up here. It's MAB.
MAB.
Yeah.
Southside.
So with you mentioned it a little bit, but how is AI influencing your job?
I mean, I actually hate AI, to be real, except for I switched from ChatGPT to Grok, and it's way better. But it's good because sometimes when a song, some people, I won't say the writers, but people that can't hear a song. So if I'm pitching songs to people and I'm like, this is a fucking banger, this is a smack, like, what are you not hearing? We'll run it through AI, put a little vocal on it, give it a track, and they hear it a completely different way. So I will say there are some upsides to AI. Being able to sit in your room by yourself and write 100% song and then pump out a track where it's like, golly, it sounds like this was recorded in a studio. I mean, it's hard for people to deny, but I don't like the whole AI artists on Spotify and all that. I do not condone that, and if we find you, you know what's up.
What about you, man? Are you using it? Like, what's your thought on it? It's
super complicated. I mean, it's really not. I don't want it. Don't think it should be a thing. However, it's going to be. And so you're kind of stuck with, like, I'm sure it was like a similar thing of when everyone was recording analog and then started doing it on Pro Tools. Like, what's the right way? What's the real? It's a little different because the musicians are still playing it. But it's a tricky, like, because I can see it Because, I mean, nowadays you either, one guy does the track that's left in the studio after a write for the next 6 hours that he's not getting paid for. Or you drop, $2,000, $3,000 just to make a demo. So it's like there's a weird, I can see it in the sense of like, you have a work tape that's just an iPhone demo. You're like, oh, what would this sound like? I use it for fun. Like, I'll take my songs and be like, make this an Irish folk song. Or make this, dance pop. And it should not be. It's hilarious. But, I mean, if people are using it to gather ideas, I still think it's cheating. However, I get it. But I don't think any AI should be released.
I think whatever happens, like, they're going to figure it out. Like, I don't think anybody's really going to lose jobs from this, but I do think, like, there's going to be more jobs and there's going to be more importance on the authenticity.
You want to hear my odd conspiracy?
I would love to hear it.
You're just going to have to fight the bullshit, too.
It's not, I don't actually believe this, but I did have this one thought stoned. I was like, oh, again, don't believe this. However, I think the dawn of the track guy was to get rid of studio musicians or musicians in general so they can play Broadway.
God.
It's not a real thought, but you could ponder it.
You told him I'm a working drummer, right?
Well, for now. That's why.
We should all make AI artists and collab together.
Holy shit.
I mean, hey, I think the tracks guy was already kind of a thing by the time I was set up and established and ready to do demos in my studio. But that's definitely not happening. I mean, I'm playing for certain people, cutting drums at the house, but for just demos and stuff, no. And when we're on the road and we have writers come on the bus, there's a tracks guy, and he fucking takes up the whole damn.
Well, it's not worth it's not worth your time to like do it live and everything. Like if it's just a demo, that kind of thing. Like, well, let me know. Like,
It used to be like legitimate.
Exactly.
You'd show up and do like 4 demos in an 8-hour window.
days.
I never got to do it, so I don't even know the difference. But
We're bringing it back,
Anyway.
John.
He spent a lot of money to go to
John's
Belmont.
bill, not mine.
It's my problem. We'll
I did a
figure it
demo
out.
set. I did a demo session at Quonset Hut at school when I was in school.
Send me the bill.
We got one suit versus 3 creatives.
Who's going to win?
John,
Look,
shut
I
up.
am the least suit you could ever
Sorry,
fucking.
guys.
That is true.
All
I wanna
right.
smoke weed.
We got Southside MAB singing his song Crazy to Me.
My phone on silent, keep that thing on D&D. I keep 5 homies with me like it's K&D. Gotta run my city, I will BRB. She only hit me up cause I'm on TOP. That's crazy to me. 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 Big boss who don't talk much. The next big thing since Young Buck. The Lone Ranger who's known danger. I hold the wager to see who's his clutch. No one comes close to the Midas touch. Makes us to the point where they honor us. Headphones on in a travel bus. I stay locked in as I'm in the cut. Me and my girl stay on the hush. We don't mention such and such. I keep the hate out of all the slub. You catch me living comfortable in the penthouse that's memorable. Your tough talk is forgettable. Live long enough and I'll get you though. And I'll get you though. Hey. My phone on silent, keep that thing on D&D. I keep 5 homies with me like it's K&D. Gotta run my city, I will BRB. She only hit me up cause I'm on TOP. That's crazy to me. 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 Don't mistake my kindness, darkness under my eyelids. Flown first class, my girl back home like we was on assignment. Y'all can turn down my brightness, Got the lion, I'ma shine it. They talk about who in the city like, dog, this is where I need to chime in. This gentleman is a problem. Go ahead and leave a comment. Y'all said I was soft, I've been popping off. Y'all really gave me no option. Bust through holes like a condom. No cherry when no one can top this. I promise no one can stop this. I promise no one can. Growing wiser every day I spend alone. Tell my angels I got sins I need to atone. Want me move with caution, but I don't see no cones. I seen my future started from those 5th grade shows. I took the time to see who I really need to be. Tinted windows, getting dome in the GMC. Like Bloody Mary, don't say my name if you don't believe. I see through all the smiles that they showing me. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Come on, Grandma. You're crazy to me. That's 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 crazy to me. My phone on silent, keep that thing on D&D. I keep 5 homies with me like it's K&D. Gotta run my city, I will BRB. She only hit me up cause I'm on TOP. That's crazy to me. 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 That's crazy to me.
Southside MAB.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy to me, bro.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah, man. Where are you from?
So I was originally born in Miami, but I've spent most of my life here in Nashville. So
How long?
man, 16 years now, roughly.
All right, you said you were bigger than Young Buck.
No.
I heard it. I heard
Wait,
it.
hold on. Okay, hold on. I gotta explain the song first. But we'll get to that point. No, the next big thing since Young Buck.
It's okay. He owes me money.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that reference though. It's just paying homage to just music in general, not even just hip hop. I'm just a huge fan of music, country, folk, alternative pop. My idea as an artist is to contribute to Nashville. We are Music City, so any way I could contribute my art, the people around me, contribute to my community is what Southside MAB stands for, a.k.a. Nashville's Gentlemen. So even just doing this is a huge honor. So I just want to get that out of the way. Thank y'all so much for having me here. It's so cool.
One more time for Southside MAB or
MAB,
Southside
yeah.
MAB.
Hey, introduce your guy here.
So this is my good friend Rocky. He's my main guitarist for most of my shows. He's a phenomenal
Where's
artist.
Rocky from?
Hell yeah.
Where's Rocky from?
Portland, Oregon.
Let's go, bro.
There's a lot of gays out there, aren't
Little
there?
PN dub.
What was that?
Little PN
Gays
dub.
and drugs.
I don't know if I'm proud of it though.
Oh, come on. It's
I'm not
beautiful
gonna
out
lie.
there.
He's from one of those camps out there. That's his hometown.
I think I
Is
saw
that
you.
where you learned how to
I
play
saw you
boy?
on CNN setting up a board or something.
Fucking hit that.
That's amazing.
Shit. Bro, I gotta say this, man. Like, I mean this. We've had like 300 artists on here, and the authenticity. Here's what I loved. Okay, I loved that it reminded me of Kid Cudi, like back in the day, little Kid Cudi. I heard some old Kanye, but I heard you, bro. I heard you, and you brought the Nashville thing that we do, these right around things. You brought that in your own style. I've never fucking heard anybody do what you do, and that is so important, bro. And it blew me away. It really did. And you have stage presence. I can't wait to hear like a full performance. Do you have a full band, or what do your shows look like?
Thank you so much for asking, man. So me and Rocky, I try to do everything with live instrumentation just to get everyone involved because we have so much talent here. But I co-headlined the East Room recently with a full band, and I played at home 615 Main Street as well too. I'm very thankful to like at least put on at least 4 shows here in Nashville. My next show is at Rhode Island this Saturday. So I've been hitting the road. Like I said, I want to present myself and the city and the people we have. I'm just thankful to be alive. All that to say, I'm just glad I get to share my art with, just everywhere. You know what I mean? It's so easy to get lost in our normals that we forget who we are in the process. And that's kind of what crazy to me is about. I'm sorry, I know it's like a quick segue to it, but like crazy to me is I consider myself a person who loves to listen. I love to be there for others. And then after a while, you're around the people who almost seem like they're putting themselves in this position to give them some type of purpose and then rely on you to balance that out. And after a while, and I heard, oh Lord, I don't know, it's relatable, but as a human, you can only do so much. No matter how much good intention you have, you could always be there for other people, but you should take the time for yourself and gather it, because even it sounds crazy to you for the things that they continue piling up on you, you're also crazy yourself for putting yourself in that position as you continue to not respect yourself and your boundaries as a human. So, yeah, man, thank you.
Hell yeah.
So thank you.
Who are some of your influences?
Oh, man. So off the bat, I would say, my favorite hip hop artist of all time is Mac Miller. That's my number one. I grew up listening to like early Drake, J. Cole. That's probably the one I get compared to a lot the most, and I'm thankful for that. That's a super huge compliment. But dude, the Pet Shop Boys, Prince, Michael Jackson, Slick Rick, so my mom would always play like, just CDs in the car, and I was just like a baby listening to it, but those sounds always stuck with me. So even when I knew I was going to get older, I want to base my influence around what I was hearing and portray in the best way possible that represents me.
Yeah, man, I think especially right now, and this is a perfect segue to talk about the song that you just put out with Big X and Post Malone this Friday. That's happening right now in Nashville. Like the genre is expanding. Country music is arguably the most popular it's ever been, if not one of the number one genres in music. And artists are from all over wanting to be a part of it. And the fact that you're already from here, you see that. You know what's special about Nashville. You can even just having a live guitar player, that's dope, bro. Like we've had rappers and they have a track, and that's cool too, but like this is real to you. And so I'm excited for you. I think you have, do you have a lot of music out, or what's kind of your thing?
Yeah, so right now, I just had a 10-hour recording day before this, so then I booked it to...
Today?
Yeah, just today. And then tomorrow morning as well, too. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, no, so all that to say, I have new music coming out, but yes, I am on all platforms, Southside MAB. I have 2 full EPs, fully released, Cheers to Being Remembered, and Thank You for Understanding. Mostly what I've been dropping lately is just singles. It's been within that realm of just I would say conscious rap, but also it's relying heavily on me portraying the melody within the emotion I'm feeling for the hook as well too. And the last 2 are Echoes from Banff, which I wrote in Canada when I was there for a wedding, and the last one's called Messy, which is as straightforward as the name, because that's me as a person. I'm just presenting myself very well, but that's just a part of being alive. So.
Dude, I will say, I'm from here, born and raised. I've seen so many people try to do rap, crossover, whatever stuff in Nashville. I've worked with a ton of rappers. I used to manage Young Buck. That's why I asked. But it's never worked in Nashville, which is the funny thing, because I believed in it so hard, and there's been so much good stuff, and it's just never worked. It's country music city, whatever. But you've got a cool vibe to you. I love the guitar with the vocal. Yeah. That is something that I've done with artists in the past, and we've done plenty of times, that it really shows your artistry more, and it also gives a different, not just like 808 vibe, to it. And man, your writings definitely, you know what I mean. You're good, man. You've got it. You got to figure out, I think, in my opinion, with when it comes to hip hop and just Nashville, the South, whatever it is. Not even saying that Nashville has play a part in any of this, but when outside of Nashville, I've seen so many rappers try it here and it never works, just because I work in all formats. It doesn't work here for some reason. Go to Atlanta, go to other spots, but keep this your home base. But reach out and find people in those spots, and keeping that real, like you're talking about. I don't necessarily call it conscious rap, but real rap about your life and stuff. That's what hip hop has been forever. People relate to what you're saying, but you've got this twist on it that's more musical. Yeah. So keeping that and touching into that, I think, is where you're going to be able to find something with it. I will say, don't take this the wrong way.
Hit me.
Southside MAB. I've worked with so many people. Names like that will never work.
Yes.
Go by your real. What's your real name?
So, Miguel Angel Brito. It was always MAB.
Bro!
No, so it was always MAB. That's the thing. So it was always MAB, but branding wise, a few years ago, it was taken by a lot of DJs. But Southside MAB was its own. But and
I get that. That's cool.
No, but I agree. I 100% agree with you.
Find something that's really gonna. Because Southside MAB, in my opinion, I hate to say this, but it only goes so far because you already get, diagnosed as, he's this
I
or
agree.
whatever. You know what I mean? So keep doing what you do. Find where you're trying to go and find the right people, and you'll get there.
I want to hear what Joel has to say, but I am going to disagree with you on a just a small level, okay? And the reason it hasn't worked yet is because rappers are not willing to do this, okay? And this
100%. No one will listen. But you seem like you will.
I'm saying that their rappers are not willing to do what Post Malone did. Go to the Bluebird and play. They're not willing to go to the Opry, and they're not willing to do the things he had this town buy in. Post had this town buy into him, right? And that's one thing that nobody talks about in Nashville. It is a small town. It is a community, right?
Everyone knows
and
everyone.
The fact that you're here, being a part of this community, like, that's going to separate you because now we're all bought into you, right?
I appreciate that.
I think
Hey,
that
I know
that's,
some people. Sorry,
that's where I
know some
disagree with
people
you.
with some bullshit songs that are a part of it, and your shit's better than theirs. So just fucking, you got it.
Thank y'all.
What do you think? I'm excited to hear what you
Bro, when you started, first of all, I noticed right away you're rapping with just an electric guitar and how smooth your tone was. Like, first of all, it's very hard to sound good as a rapper in general without all the effects and shit like that. But it's like you two just up here rocking, like, seriously. It sounded like listening to a record. And then my second thought was like, man, he's got like a swimming vibe, that Mac Miller record. Wow. And then when you said he was one of your biggest, you don't sound like him, but it's just that same smooth tone. And like, honestly, I thought you killed it. And what they were saying about Nashville and the hip hop scene, I mean, it's Nashville's always going to be country. There's no change in that. And there's a lot of rock bands, there's a lot of alt bands, folk bands, rappers, and too. But what I found in my experience, like all the rock folk people and all, they start here, they write here, they build their records here, but then they got to go somewhere else to portray. Like, mostly like Kings of Leon started, I mean, I don't know this for a fact, so no one fucking fact check me. But they did go to London. Cage the Elephant went to London, like, kind of get their break. And it's like, there is like a certain element to what he's saying of like, you gotta find your people. Which it's not to say Nashville isn't, but we're just like a transplant town. So it's like everyone likes a little bit of everything.
We're like LA got by Texas.
Holy shit.
Sorry, it's true. Don't fucking lie. You know it's true.
But honestly, that's kind of like, I thought y'all literally killed it. And again, it is so hard to sound that good rapping with just nothing behind. Like, dude, crush it. You both did. And the other thing I want to ask, because we got like a little list here, says you worked at Disney World.
Yeah, I did.
And I gotta hear about this.
Did you serve Austin?
I was just
Austin
there. Yeah.
Rhodes?
What did you do there?
I might have saw Austin there 5 years ago. In 2020, before COVID happened, I auditioned to work with the entertainment group. So I was there.
Were you Mickey?
I was friends with Goofy, Aladdin,
Mickey or Darth Vader?
the Bears. Huh?
Is it Mickey or Darth Vader? Which one?
Neither. They're like, boy, you bet.
Did you have to sign a NDA when you worked there?
Nah.
Okay. Tell us the craziest shit about Disney that everybody, if they knew it, they'd be like, oh shit.
Okay, so
Cocaine in Epcot, baby.
Epcot. Oh, so
Anywhere, any of them.
So funny story about Epcot, and like I said, I say this as a Disney fan, and I just, love the parks and everything. But
he won't talk shit about
okay,
Disney.
but here's the thing.
Like, I'm a fan still. I'm a fan.
Here's the thing. No. Hey, hold on. Let me get there. So everything you see on YouTube as the thumbnail of Disney adults are outrageous. It's 100% true. It is 100% true. I can't tell you how many times I was defenseless with grannies reaching around my back and wanting to like slam me. Like it's super rough. Like it's actually crazy. Like and just
You saying you were in costume or?
I was there. I was there with Goofy.
We gotta know.
What were you?
I was there with Goofy, and I witnessed it. And,
Is that what they tell you to say? Like I was there with Goofy.
Friends with Goofy, yes, but yes, I was there with Goofy.
It's okay.
Who were you?
Huh?
Who were you?
I was
Why?
there with Goofy. Yeah, I was Goofy.
Oh, you were. I thought you were saying you were there.
No,
You're not
exactly.
allowed to say
Yes,
you were
so-
Goofy.
Yes, I was there with Goofy.
Yeah, but you're not there.
So
That's crazy.
True, but yes, all out. It's just like but that's everywhere. Everyone gets excited and stuff. Just there's all different types of humans. But
Give
just
us your
know,
best Goofy. Give us your best Goofy.
That was
all I can do is voice. I can only do the movements.
honestly my second question was the Disney adults, but now my third one is boom.
That did not happen in Disney. I promise that did not happen.
Because you're in Florida. How hot is it? And
Yeah.
Outrageous. And you know what's crazy? So you
they got fans in them?
barely. They have like the outdoor restaurants and the small fan hitting from the corner.
Nuts on 10.
Oh, dude, no! I walk up with like my fries up there and just like stand on a stool to like let it hit me. So
Hey, I've cut
it gets
grass
that bad over
before.
there.
I feel you.
Other thing I was gonna say, dude, you should do writers rounds. Because if you can do that, what y'all just did,
Thank you.
you should just go out and show up on people. Because
It all
Kenzie
sounds the
Brand-
same. Your shit would be different, and people would be like, "Oh, like that's cool. Let me
Exactly.
check that out."
Kenzie
I've got the
Brand-
ability to work with. Find me after.
the 14-year-old girl, Kenzie Brand, who was up here the first time, she's like better than half the songwriters at guitar in this town.
Oh,
and
she
y'all
was
still
awesome.
write with me. Still write with me.
I know they left,
But
yeah,
you
she
should
was awesome. Man.
You should definitely go show your shit to some people, like in town. That kind. It means nothing. Keep releasing music and shit, but like, you got something special, man.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all very kind. Thank
You made
for
the
having me.
A-list for sure, man.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
Let's go. A-list.
And I want to have you back very soon. Let's get with me after the show. Let's pick a time to have you back because there's something special about you. You put out a good vibe, just your energy. You're just a good person, and I want nothing but the best from you. So excited. Thank you for coming on, man.
I appreciate it, fellas. I'm proud of y'all too, and thank y'all for coming out on this lovely Monday, supporting your friends and family. So thank y'all
Hell
so
yeah.
much. Hope y'all get home safely, and thank you for having me once again. Truly appreciate
Thank
y'all.
you,
Absolutely,
bro.
Thank you so much. Give it up. Hell yeah. Shout out to Rocky as well.
Rocky, you
Crushing
killed it too as well.
Do
Crushing
you
it.
like Coors?
You want to...
Fortune cookie. Alan Carl.
a songwriter, artist, whatever, walks in your office and they like want to get signed, what's the biggest instant turnoff?
Let me answer for him.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it for the rest of the office and get back to you. That's what they tell people.
Oh.
I'm just That's inside baseball.
Turn off?
But
Like
Yeah,
if you hear
good
me
shit,
hit
good
that
shit.
hit
Yeah,
like
fuck them. Fuck
you
them.
hear me hit like a that's cool.
I'm talking about what can an artist do that is a turnoff for you. But that was hilarious.
Sorry, my
'Cause-
bad. Misunderstood.
No, we were on the same page, but he wasn't. Turn off is be like, you know, I've done this and that. I've whatever. Not saying because most people that do shit is cool, but like I don't care. Everyone's done shit. You know what I mean? Like everyone knows how to play. Everyone knows how to sing. What's going to differentiate you, if that's the right word, and make you unique? Like, that's what we look for. It's like, be you. Don't try to be Zach Bryan or Morgan Wallen. Try to be you. And if you haven't lived enough life and you don't have enough cool to tell, go do that and then revisit it. But you got to really have, you know, like Joel, he's lived all stages of life. He has something to talk about, something to write about, with backing that up with singing and playing like anybody that's the best that can do it. So that's what you got to figure out is like being unique to you, that'll speak to anybody more than anything.
Give it up for Alan Carl singing his song, Jack Daniels and Jesus.
Woke up with a pounding head, a Babylon on the nightstand. Last night I was too far gone, lost it all from seeing right from wrong. That liquor on my breath, a golden cross still around my neck, reminding me that he never left. Oh. And Jack Daniels and Jesus, they're stuck between my reasons, I can't let them go. One burns, one saves, one leads me right, one leads me away. And I ain't proud of who I've been, but I ain't giving up just yet. 'Cause somehow grace still meets us between Jack Daniels and Jesus. Fly away, oh glory in the background. Another prayer, another round. I see every promise I couldn't keep when that old number 7 staring back at me. 'Cause Jack Daniels and Jesus are stuck between my reasons, I can't let them go. One burns, one saves, one leads me right, one leads me away. And I ain't proud of who I've been, but I ain't giving up just yet. 'Cause somehow grace still meets us between Jack Daniels and Jesus. Oh, Jack Daniels and Jesus. Jack Daniels and Jesus, they're stuck between my reasons, I can't let them go. One burns, one saves, one leads me right, one leads me away. And I ain't proud of who I've been, but I ain't giving up just yet. 'Cause somehow grace still meets us between Jack Daniels and Jesus. Oh, yeah, Jack Daniels and Jesus. Oh. Feels like I'm always stuck between and Jack Daniels and Jesus.
Carl, everybody. Hell yeah, man. Wow. That was awesome. What who are some of your influences, would you say? You could take the mic off too if you want.
Yeah, I like a lot of I grew up on a lot of like soul music. Grew up on a lot of southern rock, Leonard Skinner, Molly Hatchet, stuff like that. Country influences, I would say, Jason Aldean, Brantley Gilbert, you know, to name a few. Chris Stapleton. I'm in the Marcus King now. That dude kills. And yeah, I just like everything, man. I like picking a little bit of things out of every little genre and just doing it that way.
Very cool. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
Would not have guessed.
Awesome.
Double dirty Jers.
Do you live here now, or?
I live in Ohio. I used to live here.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived here. I left high school when I was 18, and I moved here. I actually busked when you could busk down on Broadway. I had my guitar case open on 2nd Ave, and I used to play for tips to get by. So
That's crazy, man. And what
I'm just busting your chops, but where did the country come from?
So I grew up in Jersey on a soybean farm, and that's what I grew up around. And then I adopted it as my own.
Don't let them bully you because you're from the Northeast.
No, I feel bad because
we still got big bucks in Jersey.
So no, I love it.
And
But I
tell
live in
us about
Ohio
the
now.
tell us about the stickers.
Yeah, man. Stickers kind of tell a little bit about who I am. I am a man of faith. Jesus Christ is everything to me. I ride a Harley. Elvis is another influence of mine. I fish. I hunt. Some places I've played. I'm a gun-toting, God-loving family man.
Love it.
Yeah, and just a lot of other things. So.
That's awesome, man. That's very cool.
Sandlot.
And you got a lot of tattoos. You got a lot of tattoos as well. So, are your tattoos mean a lot
Yeah,
to you
man.
as well?
So actually, I got them all the way up, but my daggers, like life cuts like a knife, man. So that's why I got it right behind my ear. And a lot of people have stabbed me in the back in this business, so that's why I got it in there. But the angel wing is just because, guardian angel and stuff, family. I got a wife and a kid, and Isaiah 41. Actually, this is funny. This says 420. Obviously, I'm a singer. 2 guns. My son's name. Money bags. But anyway.
So they all mean something.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
And the knuckle tattoos is kind of crazy. When I got self-made on my hand, because I took on music full time. I always used to do it on the weekends. I'd do my 9 to 5 and then do it on the weekends. But since I took it on full time 5 years ago, booking my own shows and then getting a whole team and having them book for me and then, getting a band. And I mean, it's just a lot of stuff. But and that's what I do in Ohio, open up for people and whatever. But self-made, I got that on my hand, on my knuckles. And then I rededicated my life to Jesus Christ. And I was like, man, I can't have just self-made because it ain't about me, man. It was God that put me here. It was God that gave me the talents. And so I got selfless, made new.
Oh, man, that's very cool. That is
man.
very cool. So who stabbed you in the back here in Nashville? What made you move to Ohio? Like,
I won't name any names. That's kind of not my
No,
thing.
you don't need to say
No,
that. but
tell
like-
us. We want to know.
Yeah, blacklist them. Come on. No. So what was the question again? Sorry.
Just you don't need to name their names, but like, what happened to you? What made you move?
So it was just a
to
lot
Ohio?
of, in meetings with people telling you the same old everything and then trying to get money from you, extort you and all kinds of stuff. And that's happened a lot of times. And then you just kind of get keen to the BS and then you know what to stay away from, man. I've been in it 15 years now. And, I was on a tour with a guy and some things didn't happen. And some things were promised that didn't come to fruition. And then I just, I moved to Ohio with like $40 in my account, and I picked myself back up. I was sleeping on a buddy's floor, in his mom's house. And I said, well, man, this thing kind of went to the wayside. I said, but what are the local bars and venues around town? So I picked up my guitar and I went to every local bar and I was playing 4-hour shows for $100, just to make a dime, and to feed myself. And man, I've been in this a long time. And I just love doing it, man. I wake up and I love what I do, and writing and collabing and just everything that has to do with music is just, this feeds my soul, man. So,
I'm gonna say this, man. There's a humbleness about you, and I think maybe it was, maybe it was the stuff you went through, but I think it was God. I think it was that. I think it was that humbling that you needed. And I don't know anything about your past or anything about what it was, but I'm blown away. You made the A-list 100%. Absolutely. Beyond that, man, I think that you deserve a second shot. I don't think you should give up on this town just because this town stabbed you in the back. Certain people, I think that you need to still write with people here. You need to still do your thing, and you're a star, man, if you want it, and I really believe that. So, what do you guys think?
Dude, first off, sorry for saying sticker boy. I still feel bad about that. But
Because he was actually good.
no, for real though. I know so many people that have gone through the ups and downs and the having to play and figure it out, and it's like the fact that you still are doing it and you're resilient and you're like, I know, is such a testament to what you're doing, dude. For real, that's hard to do. So that song that you played, I think is really cool. Like they said, Jason Brantley, definitely has those influences. I mean, they could even cut it one day. Who knows? But I would say, first off, don't let like you said, some people bullshitting you or whatever it is. Don't let that get you down because that's the music business. Everyone will fucking do that shit, and it's just part of it, unfortunately. But guess what? You keep writing great shit, it'll get you where you want to go. So you've got something in you. Keep doing it.
Bro, you killed it. And honestly, the song was great, and you definitely can tell your influences, Jason Aldean, Brantley Gilbert, like it feeds through it. And as someone who's had I've had a roller coaster of a career. Toured with Taylor Swift and Darius Rucker and all that, had a song like top 40, never made it to 31, never got to top 30, and once you get to top 30, it's like overnight spins and shit like that. I was 20, 21 years old back then, but like, dude, it's... I went from all that to playing, had a bunch of deals in between and then playing hotel lobbies and doing Uber Eats. Straight up, the weirdest story I ever have is like me doing Uber Eats, and I go and I pick up an order, and there's someone sitting at the bar. They go, "Joel?" And I go, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, you don't know me. I just love your music." I'm like, "Thanks. Order for Becky?" And I called my friend Brendan Cooney, told him exactly what happened. He goes, "Well, they either think you're doing Uber Eats or banging a girl named Becky," which isn't the case.
That's awesome.
But the music industry is a bear. But like, if you've lasted this long, and I can't sit up here and be like, "Oh, like everything's worked out." It's still a grind. And it's just hard. But however, we get to wake up, love what we do, and it's music. It's fun. It's a dream.
Yeah, great job, man. I would love to have you back on. Let's schedule it and get you back.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Good deal.
I'm a big fan now. So
Thank you, guys.
Give it up for Alan Carr, everybody.
Thank you,
Come on.
guys. I appreciate you.
All right, well, let's keep it going. Keep it rolling.
Stephen Loran? Bro.
Stephen Loran. Come on up here.
Yeah, if you say it both ways, then you can't be wrong.
Exactly.
Right?
You got a song out called Cold with BigXthePlug and Post Malone. Tell us about that, man. How did that come about? Was it a similar write to the writes that we do every day, or how did it happen?
I was actually at a drink meeting with Scott Kruger, awesome songwriter, producer. I think he's out here somewhere. And then Fritz Hager, awesome artist, and Harrison Klein, a manager here in town. We were talking about Fritz's project. And we literally sit down to the meeting, and John calls me. He goes, "Hey, can you get here?" And I go, "Like, right now?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "You're going to have to give me like 15, 20 minutes to like, do the motions of, I know we just sat down, but I got to go." And so I get thrown in with Jackson Nance and David Ray, who are also at EF, and then Bandplay, Big X's producer. And it was I was kind of coming in, setting up the laptop, like in a rush, that kind of thing, and sit down. It's like, what do we got? And like we had a track. We were working on one track, actually, and then it switched over to another track, and it was just, it went from then on, and Jackson, D-Ray, and I just kind of wrote the chorus, and I just had this, like, melody of just, like, the first lyric, and I was like, that's all I got. Because, like, year two, going into those sessions, you can't prep for them. You can't be like, oh, I've got this idea about it. You just have to hear it, and, like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? And it just worked out beautifully, and I loved working with D-Ray and Jackson on it. David Ray Stevens is his official songwriter name.
He's phenomenal. Love that dude.
And then Big X came in that night, and he loved the hook we did and laid his verse down, and then Post heard it even later that night, and it was just like one of those weird stars aligned, serendipitous kind of shit.
Crazy.
I will say the cool part about that is, too, for Joel, that Joel sang the demo on that song, and it went through different artists. It went through months and months and months of, is this song going to happen? Is it not? And Big X was like, I have demo-itis. I just love the guy singing it. And it was Joel. And it was like, well, fuck, who's going to sing it as good as Joel? Post Malone. So we did it.
That's dope, dude. Dude, that's crazy. So what a good job by you. How did that come about for you then?
The funny part about that song is we were working in the studio. Our studio had just opened, like literally the day before BX and Post came into town. First session in the studio completely. And I was like, there's a bunch of big hit writers in the other room writing, trying to get it. I got my guys. They got the sauce. So what we did was when I would run into the A room, and when Post was going to go to the bathroom, they were in the B room. So I'd run to the B room when I knew he was going to go to the bathroom, and I'd be like, all right, let's crack the door and crank this shit up.
I was actually, it was later, it was like 2 a.m., but he did, that whole thing happened, but I was leaving with Scott, and like all of a sudden we hear the song play. We're like, oh shit.
Yeah, so Post is going to the bathroom. He's been working with the other guys all night, locked in, working with them. He hears it going to the bathroom. He's like, oh, what is this? And we're like, yeah, come check it out. And X has written his verses, and it was the hook they wrote, and it just ended up sticking.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Damn. So that's what you mean by your antics. Those
Sorry,
are some
what?
of your antics.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody give it up for Stephen Lauren singing his song, Blast in the Past.
Yeah, I know where this is going. Happens down there all the time. And I know that it's perfect. Closest thing to paradise. Does he know where he's going? Flying blind into the past. Does he know our little secret? Bet he doesn't realize the last time your feet were dancing in the sand. I was there holding on to your hand. Suck away and watch the waves rolling in. Couldn't keep up with the sun kissing your skin. Last thing I wanted is that we two heading now your bags are packed for your trip to a blast in the past. Walking into that cantina, taking shots up on the bar. Mariachi playing love songs. Tequila kisses by the tiki lights. The last time your feet were dancing in the sand, I was there holding on to your hand. Suck away and watch the waves rolling in. I couldn't keep up with the sun kissing your skin. The last thing I wanted is that we two heading now your bags are packed for your trip to a blast in the past. Come on. It's moments like this that make me believe that some things aren't always meant to be, and it takes me right back to the time you had with me. 'Cause the last time your feet were dancing in the sand, I was there holding on to your hand. Suck away and watch the waves rolling in. Couldn't keep up with the sun kissing your skin. The last thing I wanted is that we two heading now your bags are packed for your trip to a blast in the past.
Thank you.
Stephen Lauren, everybody.
So tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from, and who are some of your influences?
Well, Jake Owen, definitely one of them. And I'm originally from Nebraska. I've been here for 7 years.
Wow.
And back home, had a band, cover band, and just was playing music back
Nice,
home. Doing
nice.
street dances and rodeos, festivals, whatever you want to call them. So,
Hell yeah. And you live here in Nashville now?
yeah, for 7 years.
Awesome, man. How are you liking it?
I love it. I'd been visiting since 2011.
Okay.
About moved in 2012, but the cover band stuff started taking off, and I'm so thankful that happened because really made me hone in on a craft and stuff like that. So
Very cool, man. So tell us a little bit of, like, are you doing music full time, or do you have another job?
I sell John Deere equipment actually full time.
Really?
So yeah.
No way. That's
and,
crazy.
Moonlight the songwriting and stuff, and with COVID, that actually kind of, I mean, everyone can relate to this. It threw a wrench into a lot of shit, and so that's right when I moved to town, and I just wanted to get a little more comfortable with the city because I didn't know anyone. I moved with the bass player that was in my band back home, and
but you do know John Deere in Nebraska.
Oh yeah, 100%. My dad farms, so I'm from a farm in Nebraska.
The bass
Like,
players are always freaking down to move.
he's the one that said.
crazy.
He's the one that said, like, well, we had some stuff, like everyone wanted to do the family thing, and we didn't really know what direction the band was going. I'm probably speaking on their behalf. Sorry, guys, but anyways, he came up to me and he's like, "Man, this is our time to move." And I didn't tell my parents until we had everything kind of set in and ready to go. I told them I had a job and all that, but I didn't have a job. My interview was 3 days later after moving into town.
That's how you got to do
And
it, bro.
I was like, you know what? I got music, so we'll go ahead and do that. But I also realized you still got to have a passive income until that moment happens.
For sure. So do you sell, like, parts, or do you sell the John Deere?
I sell the actual. You want something?
No, I'm just wondering.
Like,
he's selling it. He's ready. He's ready
like
to go.
something I would have in my shed at home, or the
fuck
big,
no.
the
No.
big.
No,
huge
he's not
tractors.
selling shit in your garage. He's from Nebraska, dude.
Yeah, probably.
Like the big ass.
Yeah.
What do you call them? I don't know.
Tractors?
Well,
Yeah.
Corn.
So it's in Mount Juliet. Like the biggest tractor we have is like 150 horsepower. It's a pretty big ass tractor.
What's
But
the most expensive
I'm talking about the
tractor?
$100,000 ones, like the big.
150 is pretty low.
Oh, they're
What's the most expensive John Deere you can buy right now?
oh god, it's probably like an X9, and it's probably $1 million.
Oh,
What
I
does
was
it
way
do?
off.
What does it do?
Need that.
It, whatever the hell you want it to do.
Really?
Like tillage, planting. I don't know, grain carting.
Bake
like,
a cake, whole 9 yards.
Get girls, like
Yeah.
whatever you want.
For $1 million, it fucking better.
Yeah. OTPHJ for fucking John over here.
Is it Aldine who had the green tractor song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Hey, there's now I get it.
And Kenny Kenny Chesney is it's a little more
Yeah,
sexual.
tractor sexy.
Dude, my only thing with that song is it was a little repetitive, the melody for me. It was kind of the and I think you could mix it up a little bit as far as the melody goes. I did hear the Jake Owen influences and all that stuff. What was that song about? Can you explain a little bit about the song?
Absolutely. I was seeing a girl, and kind of music kind of took over, and I noticed that she went to Mexico or to the beach with another dude, and I kind of made a story out of it about if I would have went to the beach, and all of a sudden, because I thought she was going to get engaged on the beach, and so that's where like the blast in the past kind of influence came in. So.
What if you turned it into finger blasts in the ass?
I've got.
Have
some,
you thought about it?
No, I've got some.
I mean, Dick Down in Dallas did well.
Yeah, my buddy wrote that. I mean, Dick Down in Dallas, finger blast in the ass. It's
I think
kind of
there's a
it's
difference
got a ring
there.
to it.
I think there's a little bit of a difference.
Finger blast in the ass from the past.
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to give it away, but I already heard blast in the ass, so there's that.
Damn.
Damn.
And I was like,
I think
damn,
you go.
exactly.
No, actually, to be real, good melody. It's got a good vibe to it, like you said, Jaco, and it's, those feel-good songs. So just keep working on that. Keep writing, dig into your craft, and, just figure that out. You'll get there.
At the end of the day, we all have opinions, but it's.
They're
I'm
like
not saying
assholes.
Everyone's
got them.
I'm not saying that because my publisher just said something. But, dude, the only thing, it sounded great. I know I left, but I could hear you right here because the bathroom, if anyone can't see, is right here. I did leave during it because I had to pee.
Yeah, we heard you. We heard you.
You heard the stream?
I'm kidding.
Fuck you.
Do I sound healthy? But, like he said, great melody. Great lyrics. And again, this is just an opinion. It's not advice. It's like, why blast in the past versus blast from the past? And I don't have your lyric sheet, so I can't read it down. So what's your why blast in the past versus blast from the past?
Well, that's where I was just trying to, as a story, trying to put people back on if they had that happen, onto a beach with their significant other. And to where it's like a blast in the past, because who doesn't want to go to a beach? And if that's where you made your engagement, or if that's where you took a trip with a significant other, that's kind of where I was trying to tie it in. But
that makes sense.
That song's old as shit, though.
You got a lot of new stuff? You got newer stuff?
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, what's your, how many songs are you writing, would you say, a month?
Ooh, a month? About 2 or 3.
Okay.
Just because of the full-time job stuff, and it can be a lot to where, honestly, you do get a little bit of fog just from being so busy, to where I hope at some point I can just really focus on music.
There are people here who write true song. I would say I'm an artist who can write for other artists, but with that said, it's I'm not a true, the true songwriters can just keep writing, blah, blah, blah. You seem to have a both kind of vibe, and it's it is mentally draining. And I know another writer here who's got a part-time job, and it's he writes 5 days a week, works on the weekends, that kind of thing. And dude, you're just draining that mental meter. But honestly, 2 to 3 great songs a month, I just hone in on them, and it's not. I don't like when people are I wrote this much this month, blah, blah, blah. It's okay, well, were they good? Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not right. Don't just write to write. The reason I asked that question is it's are you writing it by yourself? Are you writing with other people? What's kind of...
All the above.
Okay, cool.
All the above.
Cool.
Actually, the next project that I'm currently in a studio with, shout out Brody, track 37 out in Burns, Tennessee, the 3 that I'm working on are all solo writes, and it's cool. kind of like that, to where I still believe in this song, and it was the first song that really made me go, holy shit, I can do it, because I literally sat at the kitchen table and just in 20 minutes it just poured out.
Yeah.
And then
those are the best ones.
I'm more over quality over quantity, I guess.
Course.
Which
Absolutely.
is everyone's got their own thing though too.
Dude,
I'm not trying to disrespect, but
no. It's dude, I have
my grandpa used to publish Dean Dillon, who has written fucking everything, and he said, "Man, we get 6 months worth of bullshit songs, and then there'd be one that pay all the bills for the next 3 years." So you never know, man.
That's
just
right.
just keep working at it. You know what I mean? You dial in. If you're only doing a couple songs a month, focus on those being the best thing you can do,
Yeah. You're in the Wolf of Wall Street mustard shit, right? You're selling, you got to be dialed. You're probably popping some Adderall, some Zins, couple white monsters, and you got to be on. You got to be on, and you got to sell, right? And so my advice for that lifestyle is you gotta dial back to get into that creative mode. Those two worlds don't exist in the same parallel. They just don't. It's impossible to be creative when you're living up here. So whether it's going on a hike, whether it's grounding and getting centered, whatever that is, you're gonna have to do a lot of that, because your job and your lifestyle is all up here. So that's all I have to say.
Just keep grinding. Go out, meet people.
Networking is half of it.
The networking is half of it, and the song will get you where you're trying to go. So when you start honing in on finding the songs, that's what'll start changing things.
Yeah.
For sure. Dude, you're an awesome dude. So give it up for Steve and Lauren, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You said something about now that Joel has the song that everybody's talking about, now you can go and you can pitch his other songs. How much of this thing that we're all doing is the best song wins, and how much is it the most connected songwriter wins, or the most connected publisher wins, or the most politically centered team
Politics are in every aspect.
And let's put it this way. As connected as I am, it still has taken me 16 years. Like, even I had a song come out with Darius, Rucker, and Hootie and the Blowfish in their reunion album, and it was written with Ed Sheeran, and it was right before COVID, and then things happened and all that. But it's still, like, I remember hearing from just, like, when you meet people in town, they're not really your friends. Like, oh, this is so great for you, but it was still with your friends. And so this song, to me, the post Big X one is the first one for me outside of my artistry where I'm like, I can stand on this as a writer. But it is like, there's half the connected shit and the, I don't know. You go.
No, I mean, what was the question?
It was a good one. How much of this business is politics, and how much is it the best song wins?
Super. So
Because you keep saying
No,
the
it
best
is.
song can take you places.
It does.
Okay.
The problem is some people can't hear the best song, and I might be biased to that because I think we got the best songs. But there's a funny list. Jeffrey Steele, one of the biggest hit writers in Nashville, posted on his Instagram, and he said, it's got 30 reasons why your song didn't get cut. The A&R doesn't like you. They don't like your publisher. Da-da-da-da-da. All these different things. And it's so true. It's relationships. It's politics. The best song does win at the end of the day.
Only if it reaches the public before the industry. Like, if the best song, or if a song takes off before the industry has a hold of it, that's what we mean. At least that's what I mean. Best song wins. But
I will say I've had some instances where it's like, this is an unbelievable song, lyrically, whatever it is, and it's undeniable, and people don't take it. And it's like, God, I was so right. That's the best thing ever, and it doesn't work out. And that's the politics of it, business of it, where it comes to people, even if it is the best thing that we think, in their mind, you have to make it think it's the best thing in their mind.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I think my biggest problem right now is, like, back even a couple years ago, you were able as an artist to put something on TikTok and have it authentically blow up, and it would help your career and it would help you and everything and your following. And now the labels are controlling Instagram. They're controlling TikTok. They're controlling all of it. And you now have to pay money to have your shit actually do numbers, right? And so these labels, they control the Spotify playlist now. Like, before, I was able to get my song on a playlist, and now there's 5 spots for Universal, 5 spots for Sony, 5 spots for Warner, 1 spot for an independent, and fucking everybody's fighting for that 1 spot. And it's demoralizing, but I think at the end of the day, I'm not trying to bitch about it. I'm just going to say, like, that's why I'm trying to do a show like this that allows artists that don't fucking have a shot to have a shot and come up here and play for real fucking people, because at the end of the day, that's what pisses me off.
100%.
Give it up
bro.
for playlist day.
Shout out to you for doing this,
Jesus.
for putting people on that don't have the chance all the time, for real.
Yeah. Well, it just got tiring for me. I'm like, and I'm this dude, and I want to talk with you later. Like, we need to get lunch, because that same shit happened to me. I was put on Hot Country, and I had 2 songs on Hot Country as an independent artist, and people were like, oh, well, he's just John Marks' boy. And, like, that was my, like, I literally took a song to radio, and they were like, no, what the fuck is streaming? Streaming doesn't matter. That means nothing. And it was like, I had literally the biggest song in country at a point, and it didn't matter for radio. And and then everybody makes excuses. Oh, I was signed to Thomas Rhett, and then they're like, oh, well, he's just like Thomas Rhett's boy. It's like, I never even I never even hung out with Thomas Rhett. We're not boys. He doesn't even text me back. So my biggest thing is that's why I love to interview these artists and like get to know who they are. Like fuck what anybody thinks about them. Like who really are you as a person? Because I'd hope that we can get back to the day where the best song does win. Because I know that like every day you're fighting as a songwriter for that.
Yeah.
And you're fighting as a publisher.
I come from the old school mentality of it too, where it's like best song does win. Hard work's gonna outbeat talent. Nowadays, everybody's talented. Like anyone can play, anyone can sing. What's gonna separate you
100%.
from that?
Live shows.
Yeah, and artist development. It went away with TikTok for a little while. I mean, I've got guys that I've believed in for the past couple of years that have less than 10,000 followers that I got signed to Warner Records that are the next Chris Stapleton, that are the next Luke Combs, that are seriously there.
Shout out Thomas Edwards.
Shout out Thomas. But it's like, guess what? I see what happens with the labels. I see what happens with all of it. And as amazing as he is and things, there's so many other pieces that play a part to these things. And I do think, honestly, now in this day and age, independency is crazy, and you can at least build the leverage for those major labels and things to take you to the next level because they have no choice once you build the leverage. I've got guys I work with now that have damn near 1 million followers, fucking so many millions of streams, and it's like they don't even want to sign to a label because they're doing so well independently. Yeah. But if you want to take it to that next level, you figure it out with a label to get there. And,
for sure.
It doesn't happen for everyone. Some people, it doesn't even happen like that. But you got to keep working. You got to, stay true to yourself, and it'll happen.
No, it's dope. And it's honestly nice talking to a publisher because you are, like we were joking about, like the suit. It's nice to talk to somebody that does still have that mentality, that old school. And obviously it's like from your family, like you have generational knowledge that's just it's so valuable. But I think that you've taken all the aspects of this town and you've formed your own opinion, and like you're a song guy. The fact that you said that, like having a song guy on your team, a guy that's gonna fight for the best song, like that's sick.
I mean,
dude.
that's the thing too. He's got songs that I think are literally #1 smashes, and guess what? The artist for that maybe 5 years away. Who knows? But that doesn't mean that song's not a smash. So
yeah,
we're working on stuff, and you just gotta never give up. That's the one thing in the music industry. If you give up, well, then it'll never happen, you know?
For sure. I love it.
There's times where you want to.
Fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely. Well, we got the bucket here.
Let's go.
Let's get... We gotta... Yeah, go piss. We have 300 names in here.
Jake Sealer? Sealer?
Jake.
Oh, we got a Jake.
All right, Jake, come on up here. So would you say that you and Ed Sheeran are friends now? Like you guys are homies? All right.
Yeah.
What's like your favorite part about him as a human? Like take the artistry away from it. Like just as a dude.
Honestly, we met 2013, and it's always weird for me to talk about dudes I'm friends with when they're not here. So it's like,
okay,
but. I mean, the dude is literally like as massive as he is. And again, it's not to say anyone who's reached his status, anyone who's reached his status, I've never met them. I've only met Ed, who's reached the status of touring stadiums with an acoustic guitar and a loop pedal. And then also the coolest thing is he came to America to tour Divide. And it was like arenas and like a couple stadiums. But then he came back the next year to tour the same record, and it was all stadiums. That, to me, is one of the most impressive things I've ever witnessed. I think the only person that's about to do that again or just did it was Post Malone. But to say how massive he is, and same thing, I've only met Post twice. I've, been friends with Ed for the last 12 years. But he is just still the same dude. And it's hard to do. Like, I mean, even going back when, I was a young artist and kind of going off what you said earlier, like, when you're a young artist and your song's on the radio and all this shit's happening and all that, it's like everyone, you have a bunch of people around you. They're like, you're the shit, you're doing it, blah, 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 blah. And it's like so hard to stay grounded through all of that. And the one thing I can say about Ed, knowing him, is just like he just stayed,
Yeah, no, it's so cool. And I think people feel that in his music and hear that.
Yeah.
Like as a fan, that's what you're gravitated to is his authenticity. So, all right, well, we got Jake Seiler. All right, what song are you singing for us?
It's called Time Machine.
All right, give it up for Jake Seiler singing his song Time Machine.
Yeah, before I play real quick, I just want to pose the real quick question that if you guys had one chance to visit somewhere, some other time in your life, what would that time be? Take me back to the days where we didn't care about nothing but running and the wind in our hair, when the world was a county and people were kind and no one was counting the things we didn't find. Now I'm running from something so cruel and so mean. But if I had me a time machine, I'd be around in third base. I'd be seeing my dad with a smile on his face and the pride that he had. I'd be 18 chasing a girl and a dream, living old and making new memories. I'd take some things back, rewrite the past, and be the man I ought to be. I'd give what I had, I'd live wild and free. Oh, if I had me a time machine. Take me back to Grandpa rocking his chair, a drink in his hand, and a story to share. And Grandma's last Christmas would be on my wish list, what I'd give to go back there. But the river flows quicker and it don't go upstream. Oh, if I had me a time machine. Oh, we'd be winning state again and again, and I'd take Mama's calls no matter when. We'd build castles in the sand, or we'd be climbing trees, not a care in the world, feeling like kings and queens. I turn back the clock, rewind and stop, and be the man I ought to be. I'd give what I had, I'd live wild and free. Oh, if I had me a time machine. And I'd head towards the end of the line. I'd be an old man looking back on my whole life, asking myself, did I do it right? Asking myself for some old man advice. He said, boy, say your prayers, say I love you too much. Do your best to know that's enough. Chase a dream, chase a girl, change your life, change the world. Don't lose the ones that you trust. Money don't save, ain't much room in the grave, and the best things in life are all free. The future can wait, the past it can't change, so be the man that you ought to be. And give what you have and live wild and free. You don't need a time machine.
Very cool, man.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much.
Jake Seiler, everybody. Hell yeah, man. Tell us about that song. What does that song mean to you?
Man, so I told you a little bit about this last time I was on, but I graduated from Penn State in May, and a lot of my friends came to my graduation, and I got to go visit them around the country. So I put like 13,000 miles on my car over the summer, and I asked a lot of people that question: what would you do? What part of your life would you go back to? So it's a little bit of a combination of the answers, my answer to that question and my friends' answers to that question. And it's just about capturing life. And I knew the plot to that song before I wrote the song. I said, I want to write a song that's like, man, I wish I could go back to all these special parts in time, but instead, let's just make special parts right now.
For sure. Yeah, I remember you were on... What episode was it? Who was the
Matt Stell.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And if I remember, are you an engineer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's awesome, man. And you mentioned your dad quite a bit in that song. Is he a part of that song for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of kids, a lot of boys have special memories playing baseball with their dads. Like, I just remember playing catch, him coming home from work, trying to catch the last, like I always wanted to dive as the last catch.
Nice.
I wanted to end on the best one. And I just wanted to fit that in. And both my grandparents just passed recently and wanted to fit that in. And I have a friend and he lost his dad. And his answer to the question was, man, I wish I could go back, just spend some time with my dad. So part of that's like about him as well.
And you said that you were more into songwriting, correct? Or you are an artist?
Yeah, so I really appreciated the last time I was on, and you guys had some awesome questions for me, and I was really excited to like think about those. I felt like I didn't have good answers, but it gave me the opportunity to think about those afterwards, and that was one of them. Like, I feel like what I'm doing, I appreciate a lot of people said both. It is both to me, but chase the artist thing, I'll pitch songs whenever. I'll have anybody cut a song, but in the meantime, I'm going to try to build my brand, write the best songs I can,
For sure.
taking voice lessons, playing as many rounds as I can. You
That's
know what I
dope,
mean?
man. I love that. And how's the job search going for?
Good. I accepted a job.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you? Can you say what you're working on?
Yeah, it's like sustainable buildings. I'm
Nice.
an architectural engineer, so.
This guy's a fucking engineer, dude.
Damn.
Unbelievable.
Thanks.
Unbelievable.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I think I could tell that song was very personal to you. I would say, like, if you're trying to market it on TikTok or whatever it is on social media, I would say what you just said, where like, hey, I just graduated. I toured the country, put 13,000 miles on my car. I asked everybody this question: what is, one thing that you would go back to if you had a time machine? And I would, boom, play the song. Like,
Yeah.
that was really captivating when you said that. And so I think you could draw people in with that. It did feel like a very personal song. I think if I were to come in, did you write it by yourself?
I did.
Okay. So if
You're from Phoenix?
I am, yeah.
I wrote a lot of it in East Texas, driving this summer from Phoenix to Florida.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, I got
Yeah,
time
a lot
here
of
in
time
East
you
Texas.
can just let go of the wheel and just the car will drive itself.
Yeah.
Just make sure you got the
Yeah.
pedal down. Flat as hell. So if I was like just coming from a songwriter, I would chop it up a little bit. I think that it was very, very personal to you, which is awesome. But I think that there is a way to maybe make it a little bit more universal. And I think just as far as like the way that the layout of the song, I would just chop up certain words and phrases a little bit and kind of just like cut some of the fat of it.
Okay.
But other than that, like, I think it almost needs like a rewrite. Like, I think I would go back and like with a fresh mind be like, hey, what's like, and by the way, that happens all the time. Like,
Yeah.
songwriters are constantly rewriting songs. I know specifically Sam Hunt is like notorious for it. Like, he'll send a song back, 6 months from the day they wrote it. Like, hey, maybe we should do this. So that's just my thing. Like, but that's, again, I'm one opinion. But what do you guys think?
No, I do agree with him a little bit, in the sense that it's a well-written song for you. It's your personal experience, which is like, that's what does connect with people. I think if you want something to be a big song, figure out, like, I could hear, like even Luke Combs singing something like that. And that's something like, okay, how, if that's the direction you want to go with it, how can I write this so that when Luke Combs sings it, it does resonate with everybody because it resonates with me and the people that know me and that know this song and this story, and it's a really cool story. So figuring out how to put that in a way, and like he said, like little aspects of it, just changing a little bit to meet a more universal crowd. If you're trying to
all
make
the
money,
pieces, all the pieces were there.
You know.
All the pieces were there. I think it was just like a couple melody changes. Like it was a little repetitive in parts. I'd change a couple melody pieces, and then just like literally trim some of the fat. But all the pieces of that song, like everybody in the crowd loved it. It's a great song. Like there's nothing
you're
wrong
on
with
to
it.
something.
Yeah,
You're
for
definitely
sure,
on to
for
something.
sure.
Sweet,
So
thank
that's my only advice. What do you think, man?
I mean, you heard people as soon as you finished it, they love it. And again, this is all opinion / advice / it's subjective, all of that. The one thing that stuck out to me was the lyric, asking myself for old man advice. It's phenomenal, bro. Yeah. It's a great line.
Thank you.
That's the other thing. You have so many great lines in that song that you need to save some of those for other tunes. And what he was going back to, like, is this a song for you or is it universal? But, like, save some of that good shit and just make the other, lines and everything. Like, I had a bad habit of this probably up until it was like 6-7 years after writing to where it was like everything was so personal to me. It's like, yeah, everyone's going to get it. But it's like the more I've done this, and again, I'm not speaking like I'm on this high horse, but the more I've done it, the more it's like, okay, well, I want other people to get it just besides me, my friends, and, my fans or whatever that is. Like, how can everyone relate to this? Because you had a lot of great lyrics in there. And speaking to you as a songwriter, if that's what you want to do, you would be a phenomenal lyricist in the room, get paired up with a melody guy and a track guy, and like
totally.
You are
he's
such
an
he's a storyteller.
Yeah,
yes,
and he's a
you
freaking
think
smart
deep.
person. So
Yes.
like that's what you have going for you. And I think that's you nailed it. That's what it was for me. There was too much good shit in there where like I know that sounds crazy, but like maybe there's 6 or 7 songs about these specific people and these stories they shared with you that you need to write. That line, what was that line again? You wrote it down?
Asking myself for old man advice. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, asking myself for old man
Had
advice.
to write it down.
like,
Won't take it, promise.
Something about life, something about life, asking myself for old man advice, right? Like there's so many ways you could take that song as a song. So I agree. And I think that was that's maybe what I was hearing as just a consumer.
I think too, not to over speculate or anything, but like that song is so deep. There's so many different meanings and life journeys in that song that, like what he said, is save those good things for other songs. You don't have to put everything to write the one best song. You know what I mean? They're all gonna keep coming out in the story that you tell, and not saying that you even did that, but the more repetitions you get, it's going to feel natural, and you're going to be like, okay. And then I feel like I got that one that is that.
And here's the beauty of difference between artist and songwriter. Like if you're an artist, you can really only do one time machine kind of song. As a songwriter, you can write this with all the good lyrics you have. You can write 5 different songs because you are a deep thinker, and that whole you just so many good lyrics were in there. So you can
Thanks.
write the same kind of concept 5 or 6 different ways, and it seems like the lyrics do not come as an issue to you.
Dude, I fucking love writing with dudes like this because for me, you put me in with a track guy and you put me in with a straight lyricist, we're writing a banger every single time. It's not even a question, but I think it takes knowing who you are as an artist and even as a songwriter to know hey, put me in those rooms. So when you're writing with other people, get with a guy I love melodies. I'm a big melody guy, but I'm also an idea guy. I come in with cool ideas. So come in for you, find a really strong melody person, great singer, melody person, and then find a great producer, guy that's gonna do the track. Also make sure they add to the song too. I fucking hate that. But that might be your combo. You know what I'm saying? So find what combo works for you. I think co-writing is going to be really good for you because you're a great lyricist. Bro.
What came first, lyrics or melody with you as a writer?
Probably lyrics.
Yeah.
People ask me, I'm mostly lyrics.
man, if you pair it up with a because melody's different. There's so many like yeah, you can come up with one hooky and all that, but then the meter too of how you lay the vocal, but you would just crush in a room with a dude who does melodies.
Well, I'll say like the co-writing thing, brand new to it. I've moved here 3 months ago, probably done 5 of them, 5 or 6 now. Awesome. I feel like I'm writing my best songs, like
for sure.
Just meeting new people, getting new people in the room. I did kind of want to ask a follow-up question about like you guys talking about this song's super personal, and then I'm taking notes back there about like what you're saying about AI and people craving the like personal experience also. Like what
AI will never replace taste in someone's story.
You think AI could shotgun a beer on stage? Don't think so.
And the only reason I think AI would write a lyric like asking myself for old man advice is because we just played it just now.
Well, that's where I'm like, how do you strike the balance between like creating a song that is for the masses and is general enough to play on the radio, but also tell your personal experience in a deep way?
It's lyrics that are visual, and this is my opinion, not advice, but lyrics that are visual that will relate to someone. Yeah, it's like, I mean, like looking at your favorite Beatles songs and all the famous songs, blah, blah, blah. Like, even as an artist, I have this weird habit of like hearing a song and I don't have the lyrics right, but I'll sing it with the lyrics wrong, blah, blah, blah. Because that's what, that's how I loved it. But it's just like, that's why melody is so important. But it's like, it's like finding words that will relate to everyone. But the other thing too is like a good folk song, I hate to say y'alternative because it's not, it's like real country, but like the Zach Bryans of the world, and I'm blanking on a couple other people like Noah Kahn Sam Barber. There's another one, Colton
Wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
I think Coulter Wall.
Yeah.
Coulter Wall.
Like, I mean, that kind of, I mean, they're just artists. That's why I asked, are you going to be an artist or a writer? Is because, like, the artist thing, they can say whatever they want because it's, like, their brand, and you have to build that. But as a writer, trying to find what's going to relate to the rest of, the county, the town, country, yada, yada.
Yep.
Man, well, I think you're growing, and I would love to have you come back. I think you just got to keep doing it, man. You're new to town, and you're fresh, and you're excited, and I love that about you. And I'm excited to hear more songs.
Yeah, and I took
me.
the song I played last time. You had some great advice for it, and I play that out now with the changes.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what it's about, and and you're doing it the right way. And I wish more people had that mindset, because a lot of people think that they're the best thing since fucking Elvis Presley, whatever, and they're just not. Like, we all are trying to get better every day, and if you don't have that mindset, you're just go.
To be honest, I hate people that think they're fucking the shit. It's like, fuck you, you're not. I know people that are. So the fact that you're humble, but you have good shit, you'll get in great rooms with great people, and you'll work and get towards those things that you're trying to do.
No, you will. You're gonna do it. I can tell, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Seriously,
Thank you, guys.
I won't even listen to your song if you think you're cool, so don't fucking send it to me.
That's hilarious. Man, well, I appreciate you both coming on here. I really do. It means the world, and you guys are just so fucking talented. Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
You have any last thoughts?
you all.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening and being a part. Any last
Dude,
thoughts?
thank you for having us.
Of course.
We've been watching this and seeing what you've been doing, and we appreciate it.
Yeah,
we
you,
know,
appreciate you,
man, that this is a platform for people. This is a place to, you never know. Someone could go viral for having an incredible song. They could also go viral for having a shit song. So
For sure.
you never know.
My name's Austin Burke. We got John, Owen Bradley, Joel Crouse, Cody Hawkins, Mikey on video with Blue Media. We're out.